Good morning, I think this is day 15. I'm leaving Padstow and I'm heading for Porthcothan, which is a small resort, but there's a campsite nearby, so it's about 13 miles. After much faffage, finally got going. I think I left the campsite just after 8, it's now nearly 9. Just trying to get some food and bits for the pack. Some places are open, queued up at a bakery for a pasty for later. And he said, the pasties are ready, but I've got a load of other stuff to do, so I haven't been able to get any out. Thanks for that, Cornish twonk. I'll delete that bit. So I didn't get my pasty. There's a couple of places on the way I can get one. Had one yesterday, it was absolutely delicious, but I bought it and they're so hot you need to eat them about an hour later, which is what I did, and it's absolutely sumptuous. Campsite last night was really good, Dennis Cove. They couldn't do enough for me. They said we'd never turn a backpacker away. They gave me a seat, they charged my battery pack, what else did they do? Oh yeah, they got my phone working again. The showers were lovely. So, Dennis Cove, it's a little bit out of town. It's about 3/4 of a mile up a lane, up a road. But it was worth it. So, yeah, it's another glorious day today. I think it's going to get warm. And I'm blessed with the weather, so keep plodding on. We are very much heading into sort of the golden coast of Cornwall now. It's definitely beach territory after the first 2 or 3 days of just rocky coastline. Gloria has definitely relaxed a little bit, laid back. Not quite the big ups and downs of the cliffs, and a bit of sand between the toes now and in your boots, which isn't always great, but yeah, Gloria was very kind yesterday. Yesterday I think was probably my most enjoyable day, because the beaches around Hale and Portsmouth and Rock and then on to Padstow were absolutely gorgeous. The sun shone, I had amazing pasty, and and the campsite was really good. So all in all, yesterday was probably the best all-round day so far. And come on Gloria, keep it going. Our relationship is back on after a few days on the rocks. No pun intended. Speak to you soon.
If I found the reason why I am closer to the sky when I hear your name repeated fast, nothing will be quite this fine again. The way to work this out is to single out all doubt. When I see your face behind me now, will we ever feel this good again? Holding out for the appraise, holding on to see your face, holding on to the notion that we're all the same. Like the safety of my home runs like water through my
one of the saddest things about this walk is it's so beautiful, but I'm doing it on my own, and I wish I was doing it with Gabby. I know she would absolutely love it here. Absolutely love it. She loves the warm weather on her bones, and I'm so sad that she's not here with me. It's making it a bit tougher, to be honest. So I know we'll be back together soon, but even so, I really am missing Gabs.
Holding on to see your face, holding on to the notion that we're all the same.
I know it's a cliche, but this really is the day that doesn't stop giving. It is the most remarkable day of coastal walking I've ever known. Absolutely amazing. Very, very lucky. Morning. Was surprised by a bit of murkiness this morning. I've got full waterproofs on. Got a bit wet first, but that's how it works. You get wet, you put your waterproofs on. Doesn't make any sense, but yeah, as glorious as yesterday was, Gloria today is a little bit gloomy. A lot of sea drizzle coming in, and it got to actual rain for a while, but nice campsite last night. Again, the scenery is incredible. It's just a bit wet and murky. I think this is Bedruthen Steps or something like that. It's quite phenomenal. Heading for Newquay. I'm going to try and get beyond Newquay, but I've got a bit of housekeeping to do. Trip to Boots for deodorant and stuff like that. I really need to get some power in my pack as well, my battery pack, but on the whole this has been a different day, totally different to yesterday. Still amazing, still loving it, and feet aren't too bad today, so the rain's taking a little bit of sting out of the ground, so that's never a bad thing. So here we go for another day, about 13-14 miles. I think there's 1 or 2 done already, so speak to you soon.
Can
absolutely stunning beach. Approaching Newquay now. I think this is Porth. If you're ever thinking of coming to Cornwall, I'll make a strong recommendation. Avoid Newquay like the plague. Might have some beautiful beaches, but the town is a stain on Cornwall. It lets the whole county down. It's worse than Blackpool. I mean, that's being rude to Blackpool. It's just tacky, horrible place. Really has gone downhill since I was last here many years ago. So, yep, that's my tourist information advice. Come to Cornwall, stunning. Avoid Newquay at all costs. Just at Fistral Beach. This is the big surfing beach in the town. I'm going to have my pasty now for my lunch. It's about 2:30. It's a dull old day, but the beach is still very lively with surfers and stuff. But I'm going to put my feet up for 10 minutes. I'm very weary now. I've got to get a ferry yet, so quite a bit more walking to do. But I need some sustenance, so I'm going to have a little break. Speak to you soon. That's Fistral Beach, folks. I'm at the famous Fernhill Cafe. About to go down for the ferry to get across the river and then keep walking for a couple more miles to Crantock. So the day's not done yet, but this is an interesting little part of it. Speak to you soon. They could come in handy. So I've just got to get across this Ganol River. Which is tidal. Depending on your timings, determines whether or not you need to get a ferry or not. So today I got to get a ferry. Flattering of angles, but I'm inside the tent. It's been an eclectic day today with Gloria. She's given me a whole mix of emotions and etc. The scenery was great to start with, but then I wandered into the unholy cesspit that is Newquay. Just an awful experience, and then wandered out within a mile or two to really remote sand dunes around Crantock, etc. But it was a long day, over 16 miles. The weather wasn't great. It started off wet, it was dull all day, and now it's finished up really rainy at the tent. I've got a lot of wet stuff and I can't get it dry, can't get it clean. This tent is absolutely minging, you know, with stinky clothes because it's raining outside. Well, it seems to have just actually relented, but it's not easy to get anything dry. I'm on a little campsite which is in a place called Port Joke. I joke you not. And to be honest, the campsite is a bit of a joke. It's a farmer's field. The lady farmer's about 112. The showers, I haven't tried them yet, but they're Portaloo showers. I am able to get things recharged, but the other thing is there's absolutely no reception on my phone, so I'm unable to contact Gabby. She doesn't know where I am, whether I'm alive or dead, and I hate that feeling. So all in all, I don't feel brilliant tonight. This is probably about as low as I felt. I'm okay, absolutely fine, but I just want to let Gabby know that I'm okay, and then I can relax a bit. But whether I'll be able to do that or not until I move on tomorrow, I don't know. So wet and miserable. This was to be expected from time to time, so Gloria is just playing all her cards. I'll speak to you soon. Morning. It's day 17 of my relationship with Gloria. If you're wondering why I keep mentioning Gloria, in the first film I did announce that I wouldn't be calling it the because it takes forever every time you say it, so I thought I would just name the path Gloria, but it's become a bit of a relationship now, so I refer to her as a real human being type person. So that's the reason why I keep talking about Gloria. Gloria's in a bit of a dull mood today. It's a bit misty. I'm just over Holywell Bay, absolutely beautifully stunning. Pulled out country this. Got a 15-16 miler today, that'll be the third one in a row. My left foot's quite sore, it feels numb, it's giving me a bit of jip. Didn't have a great night's sleep, but I did have a great meal last night thanks to Sharon and Paul. I don't know whether they'll ever watch this, but if they do, truly grateful, incredibly kind. I think they could see I was looking a bit forlorn, so they cooked me pasta, tuna bake, loads of veg, gave me a beer and a piece of cake as well. What can I say? People are very kind. So if you ever watch this, truly grateful. Thank you very much. Right, better get going. Long way to go today.
Don't cover me, babe. The shadows hanging over me. Breathe on me. Breathe on me. And don't cover me, babe. Don't lay yourself on top of me. I don't want us to start again. You get it in, I'm not your friend.
So this is Perrin Sands leading all the way up to Perranporth, about 3 miles away. Incredible beach. The path takes a route through those quite substantial sandhills, and I've already walked through sandhills today at Holywell, and it's very hard going. So I'm going to get on the beach and I'm going to trundle down the beach. The tide is going out. I've just checked. The high tide was about 6 o'clock this morning, so I shouldn't get cut off, and it's all good. Oh yeah. On a sunny day you can't get on this beach. Practically deserted. There's probably 3 or 4 people on the whole beach, and it's a huge beach. It's quite a bit harder than you think walking on this beach. Although it's lovely and flat, the ground gives every step, so you sort of treading water a little bit. It's a lot more tiring than I thought. I seem to have been walking forever and I've not made any progress yet. But it's just a pretty spectacular beach, it really is. This is one of the privileges of doing this walk, to be on a beach like this, 3 miles long, and there's a handful of people on it. Beautiful. This whole area heading towards St Agnes just shows the mining and the tunnelling and the failed industries of a couple of 100 years ago. You've got an open shaft. They put a cage over it for protection, but the scarring and spoil heaps everywhere. Interesting, but not pretty.
When everything's been said and everything's been done, I'll be down the street or passed out on road, 'cause I'm trying to forget you, I'm trying to forget about you. Don't cover me, babe, your shadow's hanging over me. Breathe on me, just breathe on me. And don't cover me, babe, don't fill me with this false charades. I can't do this anymore, or I'm not up for hurting no more.
It's a murky day here, but Gabby and I have got a lovely photograph at home, taken at this point about 3 years ago on a beautiful sunny evening with the sun setting, and it's not looking quite as good today, but it still brings back good memories. We'll be seeing it again in the morning anyway. Good morning. I think this is day 18. It's a misty morning. I'm heading for Port Towan. I'm a mile from Port Towan, which is where Gabby and I and Nat and Dave and the kids came for a week a couple of summers ago. Had a lovely time. So it's got a bit of familiarity. We walked on these cliff tops that I'm on at the moment. Campsite was quite nice last night, got some washing done, although it wasn't all entirely dry. But couldn't get anything really to eat last night. Had a coffee this morning, a van came, so I managed to have a coffee. We'll get something in Port Towan. I'm only about half an hour away, if that. But I've just had a pleasant surprise. Had a little fall actually. I slipped on some rocks and just landed on my backside, so that's the first one of the march. But dropped down to Chapel Porth, hoping the cafe would be open so I could get a hedgehog, which is an amazing ice cream, but it wasn't open. And who was there but Alfie, the cycling, surfing, musician dude who I met. Haven't seen since the day after Hartland Quay, I think. So I've just had a long chat with him. He's bought his surfboard, he's been out surfing, he stayed in a little hut last night, he's just bumming around. The police have moved him on once because, I don't know, they must have thought he was an assassin or something, but yeah, it was really nice to see him, and He's heading off to Falmouth now, but he could meet me on the other way around. So, I mean, that bike is loaded up. He said it's so unstable with a surfboard on it as well. Absolutely mad as a hatter, but respect to him. He's really adventurous. But yeah, it's nice to see him. So it seems to be slowly brightening up. It's been very murky today, but absolutely marched up a hill just now. Fitness is definitely improving. Heart and lung capacity is almost back to normal, so it's only taken like 18 days of torture to get here. But yeah, heading for Gwithian today, which is about 13 miles, and then apparently the weather's going to improve tomorrow, so hopefully get things dried out and relax outside the tent, etc, etc. Still got to negotiate St Ives tomorrow. I'm not sure what's going to happen there with the G7 summit, etc. Apparently there's a big group of people been heading down there. They were in Crantock last night, so there will be demonstrations. Hopefully it'll be peaceful and they'll get their point across. Okay, so day 18, hanging in there, feet very sore after yesterday. Path's really rough and rocky. I'm hoping Gloria is a little bit easier on me for the next couple of days, because there's a really tough day after that as we start to approach Land's End. So getting there, about 2/3 of the way through the second book of the 5, second map book. So yes, progress is being made, albeit slowly.
Everything's been said and everything's been done. I'll be down the street, all passed out on road, 'cause I'm trying to forget you. I'm trying to forget about you. There's nothing I wouldn't trade. Well, now bleed if you gotta bleed, or leave if you gotta leave. Scream if you gotta scream. Misbehave if that's what it takes.
Down there are a load of roses. Must be something to do with the G7 summit, which starts tomorrow in Carbis Bay. Carbis Bay. There's been a lot of police presence. There's been an aircraft carrier, been soldiers on jet skis. I think there were soldiers anyway. Looked like a scene from a Bond movie. She's now climbing the fence there. Naughty. So, part of a international espionage incident here. I hope they don't try and come and finger me. Looking suspicious, like the day of the jackal. That's Portreath. Looks nicer from here than it does on the ground, but there's some lovely properties. But I will say this, that climb out of Portreath was like the good old days. Gloria, I thought those days were over. But apparently not, because that was a beast of a climb. Admittedly, it was within 10 minutes of me having a monster pasty. That probably didn't help. It's funny, every shop that sells pasties sells the greatest pasties in the world, or the biggest pasties, the oldest pasties, the meatiest pasties. Every adjective to describe a pasty is outside every shop. They're all pretty good though. This is the home of the pasty. Looks like today we're back to some of the good old climbs of North Cornwall. So that's facing me, and it looks a bit of a beast. Coastline's a bit beastly as well here. One of the unwritten rules of this yomp is you never pass a cafe, especially when it wasn't expected. It comes out of the mist like an oasis. You have to indulge. Rocky road, flat white, and the tango apple. Oh yeah! Hell's Mouth, aptly named. This is Godrevy Lighthouse. This was the setting for a novel by Virginia Woolf. Something with lighthouse in the name, like Down to the Lighthouse or Carry On Lighthouse or something like that. But it was due to be closed down, this lighthouse, but fishermen and Virginia Woolf enthusiasts complained, and it still runs and operates, which is handy, certainly if you're a fisherman. Might protect against any aircraft carriers bumping into it today. There's quite a lot of ships and what looks like military shipping, etc. Because over there is St Ives, where the G7 summit is as we speak. Oh, interesting. That's Godrevy Lighthouse.
I said, come if you gotta come.